بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. In the name of Allah, who is the most merciful, most omnipotent, most gracious, most omnipresent, I seek Allah's refuge from Satan the accursed. Countless blessings of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So today's my lecture is perfectly devoted in order to learn some tips and tricks for listening test. Okay, some new tips and tricks will also be told for the newcomers who do not know much about the listening test and they have started taking the listening test. This will be the section 1. The section 2 will be devoted to the tips and tricks for reading test in IELTS, and the third section will be devoted to have some tips and tricks and some key skills and some key ideas about the writing task, which is what is different and what is difference between IELTS academic and general. And in the fourth section we will be discussing about some tips and tricks of speaking. So first of all, as we know that listening is the test of your IELTS first test, actually listening one is. So one thing that happens to almost most of the students is that they are capable of understanding the audio well. They can understand what is talked about. They can get the idea. They can grab the idea. But the thing is, they are very much slow in grabbing and catching the idea, because the thing which is asked is not clear to them. So although in the new system, in the new mechanism of the IELTS, Cambridge have introduced some new policy that example will be removed from now on and you will be losing almost 15 to 20 seconds. When she talked about that here is an example which is being done for you, you had almost 15 to 20 seconds, which was a kind of help for you all. But now they have removed it out. But you must not think it as a burden. So I give you the suggestion, whenever you are given the first tip and trick which works everywhere, if you are not able to fulfill this trick, then you forget that you will be able to get good marks in listening. This trick is, even if you find 2, 3, 4 seconds free, you must read the upcoming questions. Although she will be giving you enough time to read the questions of every part, of every section or every portion separately, but whenever she gives you 50 seconds time, 30 seconds time after the completion, or whenever there is some pause in listening audio, then move straight away to the next question which you have not read out. Believe me, if a student is capable of reading all 40 questions before the start of the audio which relates to them, from 1 to 10 question, if you have read all 1 to 10 questions before the audio starts, then believe me, even a man of ordinary listening capability will be able to solve at least 8, 7, 6 out of 10 right, correct. So keep it in mind that whenever you get 1 single second free, always jump to the reading of thorough reading and attentive reading to the listening questions. And how you, not next tip and trick is how you will have to read the questions, how you will have to read the options in the MCQ form, and how you will have to skim and scan for the MCQs for fill in the blanks keywords. This is the rocket science that works in listening test. How to pick a proper keyword. A proper keyword, if chosen in one statement, makes you capable of hunting the answer for the right thing. Always don't read the whole of the statement of question. You will not be able to read all 10 questions with lengthy statement in that much slow time. The things which are very much important, for example, primarily, most importantly, above all, main, basic, fundamental education, which are almost, you can say, important things, which give some importance to some statement. Always keep these nouns and pronouns in mind. This is the second trick for listening. After that, never ever start finding the answer of a question which is missed. Never ever search for the answer which is missed out. If you miss one or two answers in listening test, it means you miss all the remaining ones also. Don't keep fumbling, don't keep searching for the question's answer which is lost. These are the three basic concepts. And the same is situation for the reading test also. If you are very much strong, if you are very much expert in doing the listening test with these three key skills, then it means you are capable of answering the question in a better way. So now comes the reading test. The most important thing in reading is the time, and the most crucial thing also. The students are not capable to cope the whole of the material within the 1 hour time, and sorry, they have to transfer the answers in that 1 hour. There is no extra time in reading test. So the only thing that works here in the reading test is skimming and scanning. You can't read the whole of the paragraph, but you can't leave the whole of paragraph also. So what we'll have to do? Always jump to the key question, and always jump to the key word in the question and find for the synonym of that, and find for the same meaning word in the paragraph. For example, if there is the question of matching heading, so in matching heading, the best way to do is to find the keyword in the heading, read all the headings, and stick one keyword in your mind of every heading. If there are 10 headings, and out of those 10 headings, you will have to get every heading's one keyword stuck in your mind, and you will have to remember that keyword when you are reading the paragraph. So out of those keywords, you will have to find the answer in the form of keyword again. You have read the 10 headings, now you are reading the paragraph. You will have to straight away jump to the keywords in the paragraph also. So this is the only short trick that how you will have to use this. And again, skimming and scanning means here that you will have to skim and scan the whole of the material with the search of nouns. You can't really read the whole of the paragraphs in 60-minute time and transfer the answer also. So keep yourself habitual. Whenever you are practicing, keep yourself habitual of hunting for right keywords and matching them in the paragraph with right keywords. This is the only trick that works in reading. Okay, so now coming to the writing task. Writing task 1 in academic is only elaborative. There is no need to argue for that. Just pick the ideas, just pick the bullet points, just pick the key points and start penning them down in a simple way. No need to argue, because there is no need to agree or disagree, accept or deny, go against or go in favor of anything. So always keep this in mind that writing task 1 of IELTS academic is purely elaborative. It's explanatory. You need to only explain the things. You need to only narrate the things which are in the form of visual, in the form of video, in the form of image in front of you. But as for the writing task 2, you will have to take the either side. If he asks you to agree or disagree, advantage or disadvantage, whatever kind of situation he asks you to take, you must take one stance in your introductory paragraph. In your introductory paragraph, 2 portions are a must. In the first part, you will have to say what is given in the question paper, what is given in the statement of the question and what is required. These two are the parts of your introduction, and in your introduction must be paraphrasing of your conclusion. Means to say that your introduction must be equal to weightage to the conclusion. The weightage, the content, the aspects, the facets, the edifice, each and everything that you are going to portray in the conclusion, you will have to put it in front in the form of introduction. Introduction is everything. Each and everything in the writing task is introduction. If the mirror of your introduction is not good, it means the whole of the writing task too is not good. And the greater margin is actually given to the writing task 2 in order to avoid the bands. Always take one stance, make the bullet point argumentation in the form of statement and present it in the form what is required. This is the only thing. Always make a better paragraph. Simple, precise and clear ideas are preferred. No need to use flowery language. Jargons means to say very pithy, very uncommon, very rarely used expressions are not admired. Very frequently, very often used expressions, idioms, phrasal verbs, diction, vocabulary, thesaurus are actually required. So in short, we can say that introduction of IELTS writing task 2 encapsulates and it consists of, encompasses of the thing which is given to you in the statement of the question and which is required from you in the statement of the question. And try to make the introduction paragraph a little bit bulky. Try to exceed it from 6 to 7 lines and try to make it almost up to 70 or 80 words. Because you are going to make a whole narrative of it. You are going to make a strong ground of your argumentation that you are going to move forward in the coming paragraphs. So always try to make a strong paragraph, and the next paragraph will be only 1%, 2%, 3% explanation of the introductory paragraph. And in the conclusion, as I already told you, it must be paraphrasing or rephrasing of the contents of the ideas of the facets of all the themes that you have already discussed in the introduction. This is a little bit introduction or detail or tip and trick for speaking task. Writing task. So now coming to the last one and the most precarious and pathetic one among the Pakistani students is speaking one. Always remove this misconception. Most of the students are having misconception in their mind that if they are having bad grammar, they might fall very low. No. The marks are given on the weightage basis. Target achievement has its own points. Coherence, cohesion means fluence, your proficiency, your pronunciation, your accent, your profuse flow of ideas. All these things have their own points. Your good syntax level, your good grammatic structure, your good exposure, your fluency, your speedy exposure, all these things have their own weightage. And the complexity of the grammar, the accuracy of the grammar, the relevancy of your grammar, and the complex usage of the sentences, and the start of interjection, proper use of, you can say, parts of speech, proper use of parts of speech, use of conjunction, use of interjection, all these things are going to give you other points. So if a student is weak in grammar, he mustn't think that he will fall in all other modules also. Because the marks, the bands are awarded with a collection of all these 4 things in IELTS. If your grammar is weak, okay, there is need to improve it. But in the improvement of this, don't lose the other things. Try to speak, break the chains, break the barrier, break this shackle, break this chain of your mind that you can't speak. At least you start speaking fastly, even though full of mistakes. If you are uttering 100 words and out of 100 words, even 80 are wrong. Even grammatic structure is pathetic and precarious. Start speaking. This is the only secret of your speaking. The only secret. And always target the question statement. For example, if he asks you what is the name of your city, Straight away jump to the city's name. The name of my city is Gujarat. Okay, what are you doing nowadays? The question demands you to ask, to tell you something which is about you. What are you doing right now? Yeah, at the moment. Well, these days I am doing this and that. So straight away achievement of target is very considerably given strong weightage. And never panic. Always try to be very much comfortable. Fast speaking is not pretty much admired. Consistent, normal speaking is admired. Of course, we are non-native speakers. There might be some cliche. There might be some loopholes and lacunas. But no need to worry about it. If you have proficiency speed, it's good. If you don't have, doesn't matter. But always try to keep yourself focused. And we will make another video and we will make a whole lecture about making past, present and future in your 2 minutes cue card time. Right now, for the beginner students, it's not the right time. We will make another video. But right now, you will have to try making a proper map. For example, right now I was reading a cue card in which he asked you, describe a teacher who fascinated you most in your educational life. You will have to say what was the name of the teacher, which subject did he teach, what the special thing about the teacher did you like, and what was the view of the other about him. So it's all about making a proper map, a proper structure, what the teacher is of subject, his qualification, his profile in the first place, and then what is special about him. Make some 4 to 5 points, very kind, caring, loyal. 4 points, explain every point in 4 to 5 seconds. He is very much expert in his subject. He is very much technically very much equipped. He encapsulates, he encounters, he's got some key faculties. कुछ भी उसके बारे में, whatever you want to tell about him, start speaking about him. And it's all about making a proper map. Even though the student is very much fast speaker, he's got the skill to speak perfectly, yet he doesn't have the skill to make proper mapping. He doesn't have the skill to make proper structuring of the ideas. In 2-minute task, he will stuck before the time ends up. And utterly negative impact. If you get stuck before the end of 2 minutes, the whole table will turn on the other side. You will get a very wrong impression upon the mind of the examiner. So this is the only thing. These are the tips and tricks in order to have the most crucial part for tips and tricks is listening and reading. Keep the tricks that I told you about listening and reading in mind and try to make them very much perfect. Thank you.